Hey folks, so this is the episode 2 for Super Stack Template series, and in this episode, we will start building the front end part. With the front end, we have to use the RSBuild, uh, and then with the RSBuild, we will try to install the SolidJS, and in the next video or in later videos we will install that dependency also, but in this video we'll focus on to install the SolidJS and the RSBuild. Okay, so first let's start. So first we have to go to the RSBuild, and so RSBuild we have to install. So how we can do that? And if it is possible, we will install the RS pack with the solid. So there is a command for installing the SolidJS with RSBuild. So we will use this command. So instead of using the npm, we have to use the Deno. So for the Deno, I guess it is the Deno init something command name, init for creating generate npm create project. So we have to use the dash npm with the init. So let's copy this and run here with the Deno init npm and RSBuild latest. Yes, yeah, I want to create, but on this project. So dot and yeah, continue void files. I want to select the solid, and then yeah, with the TypeScript. For linting, I'll not add anything, so just leave it. Okay, so we have a lot of files here. And let's see, there is a public folder, git ignore, and log file also has been updated based on the package.json cause with RSBuild installing, it's the npm package, so basically it is using the package.json, so that has been created. But we will remove the package.json file because we don't need that. We already have the deno.json. Then we have the RSBuild config.ts file. So we have to define the configuration here for anything like the Babel. You can see it is already configured, the plugins for it. So any configuration we have to do, like for plugins, like we will install the tailwind, so we have to config here, and some other modules too. And then we have the tsconfig.js. So I think we don't need that because it is already handling by the Deno script. Watch, TypeScript is the first citizen on the Deno, so we can remove this file also. But okay, in this file we can see some errors, so we have to remove that, and also we have to remove the package.json file. So we have to copy the script from here to Deno tasks, and we have to import these dependencies. We have to install these dependencies through the Deno. Just copy this file first and paste somewhere and remove this file. We don't want any npm dependencies or node dependencies. Okay, now start with the Deno. So Deno add, and we have to use the npm colon as prefix for each dependency. We can also see here RSBuild core, RSBuild plugin, Babel. These all are npm packages. So on installing the npm, we have to use this prefix with the Deno. TypeScript we don't use because it is already handling by the Deno, so we don't need that because all the dependencies has been installed. And this is saying that enable it in your Deno config file. So the lifecycle scripts are only supported when using a node modules directory. So that's why we have to use this one in deno.json. Okay, and then we need the script in the Deno JSON file as tasks. So just remove this one for now because we don't need that, and then we are good. I don't need this open, and with that we are done with this file. And we also don't need this one tsconfig, so we can remove. And when we see now, I think they must resolve this. Is not installed or does not exist. We have installed. Okay. I think something not working. Let's install the, try to run the Deno install again. It is still not referencing the npm. Okay, it was something, not reflecting. So now it is working. We also don't need this file main.ts because we will follow the SolidJS structure. And here we have the index.tsx as our main file, I guess. Let's check the RSBuild config. Okay, nothing here. So how it is building this file? Okay, so first, resolve some error. First is .ftsx, yeah, and then cannot find name react. Okay, why we are getting these errors? Cause this is checking by the Deno, right? And so some of the configuration we have to do, we have to add in the Deno.json, like the compilerOptions. Okay. So the compiler option we have to first just mention, from Deno side, which of the module we have to use. I mean, we are not exactly using those, but yeah, just mention so Deno can check based on that. Okay, and then JSX import source, that will be SolidJS, and then we needed lib, that will be DOM. Okay, DOM, and I've seen this configuration somewhere. So it was in the Ono solid blob. Okay, to say modular SolidJS with Deno. So it was using the white and the Ono, but we are using something else. Yeah, this one. ES next DOM and DOM iterable as the library to remove all these errors. See, okay, I guess we are good now with the configuration. Let's check. So this is the entry file, and then we have app, and then we also have the CSS and environment, RSBuild core, and types, which has been referencing for the types. So okay, just run this for now. Okay, so the script for this RSBuild dev, and the task, so we have to start with the, we have to run the task. So we have to run this dev task. So let's check. It is opening on 3000 port. So now go to the 3000. Okay, so we are now live with our solid app. It's running, has been built by the RSBuild. Just check the network, like what is going on with the network. So DOM content loaded is 96 ms. That's much actually. It must have, must less. The 57.8 KB transferred. How many files are there? So, I'm zooming that one. Okay, so vendor.js having, I guess, the node modules, and it is referencing RSPack core, extract HMR. Okay, might be this will be reduced like when we create the production bundle, and then we have the main bundle, the HTML. It just serves the HTML, and yes, this one, and the CSS. Okay, so yeah, it's working. The dev server is running, and we have implemented the front-end part, I mean the base part, where we have to start. So SolidJS we have installed and with the RSBuild, and it has configured here with the Babel and plugins. What is it going to do next? What we can do after that? Yeah, we have to start now sample application with the solid. Okay, so for now, just add these all. Okay, and commit this. Just use installed. What is the RSBuild SolidJS with RSBuild. Okay, that is fine. Okay, Okay, now we have to build a sample app. So I'll use this sample app that they have built, cause why I have to do, man, like think about this. So just use the sample app that is provided by this blog. So they have they are just storing some data in the JSON file, and then they are calling the API from the backend, and that data will come here, and then they will um, render it here, all the things. So as we are on the front end part now, so we will use the hard-coded data to just show, and once we will have the backend ready, so we will replace that data with the backend APIs. So for now we will use the hard-coded data for running this sample app. Okay, so okay, what they are using, they are just creating a title, then a paragraph, then they are listing the dinosaur names. Okay, so this is the total work they are doing. And why this function? Okay, so this is for when they fetch the API, and the result data will come, so they are setting that data into the variable to store. So but in our case we are just going to use the hardcoded data, so I think we don't need that one for now. Okay, just use this import the create signal for an on mount from the SolidJS, and it will be in the pages. Okay, or yeah, okay, so just create similar way. Okay, dir src/pages, correct, and touch src/pages index.tsx. Why index.tsx? They have, okay, no issue, might be this is the index root will be, then that's why we are naming it as index. And just paste all these things. I will also link this URL in our video when I'll post, so you can also check this configuration. We are using the link from the solid router, but we don't have the solid routers. We have to install this one also, and we have to import the type. So type we haven't created yet, so just create a types.ts file too. Okay, so here we have the Deno types. This like for each of the object, the type will the object will have the name and description with all the string values. So we have created our types, and then yeah, import that types here. Then we have to just return so main and the h1 for okay, return statement can be only, yeah, we have to create a function. is the function. Okay, perfect. Now the problem is we are not setting I mean we are not setting the types. Like we have to create this state here, but yeah, we can also do with the JSON file. So just use the JSON. So the JSON is here. And we can create like const source the data. How we define the type this way? Yeah, right, correct. Then we need to import this router. So Deno add npm for this router. Yeah, and we are good with the dependency again. We don't need this bracket because we are not using this from the signal state. And create signal and on mount because we are just adding the hard coded data for now, so we can remove these for now. Okay, so we have the index page. Now we have to set the roots. So what we have done here, we have just listed the data and created a link for each name, and when we will click on this name, so it will open a different component that will have the details for or the description for that particular name. Okay, so that's why we have to create one more component, and then we have to create a root file to gather all the components with assigning the path there. Okay, so just create one more component. Yeah, this one. So then touch C pages and T6. We have a new page for showing the date information of dinosaur, and then what they are using the create signal on mount. So again, we are not using the API here, so on mount we don't use, the create signal we don't use for now, or might be we are not using this one also. We can provide the params for now. Okay, or we can provide the hard-coded data, so that will be good actually. And then we will fetch the API data when we will have the backend part implemented. So okay, we will use here the link, so we can go back to the all dinosaurs, and the type, cause the type we are like typesecting all these things, all the data. So just we have to use the params also. Yeah, we can use the params, but not now, cause we where are we using the params? Yeah, here for the API. Okay, so we are not going to use that one also. Okay, just import the link and then the type that we already have. and then create the function export default function dinosaur, and then the return, then the return having the component. Okay. Something we have done wrong. Yeah, why not? We have done wrong. We haven't created a parent component. I mean parent element. Okay. Now we will need a dinosaur here, and we have to provide the data. So what we can do, we can store this data in some JSON file and import it. Okay, then we can find the based on the params. So I guess I can do that. Just create a JSON file, and that will be create here. For now, create here data.json and copy the data. Right, and then import the data. Import data from data.json, but its value is never. Yeah, we will be using this value now. Okay, but we are getting some error. What is there? The module is JSON module and not being imported with an import attribute. Consider adding with type JSON. So yeah, things. Okay, so import data from JSON with type JSON, but it's fine. Oh. Okay. Similarly, we will have same import here, and I think we have to mount this dinosaur here now. Okay, so for now just remove this. Okay, because we need to supply the params in the front-end application for now. So just test the index first. Okay, and for that we need to create roots file. That will be our app. Okay, so import these all configuration here. Now app.tsx, we don't need the app.css, I believe. Yeah, do we need that? We needed that for now. Okay, so now we will check the index route is fine, dinosaur route is also fine, and path is selected dinosaur and the component is dinosaur, but we have to, this is fine, but what we have to do now, because we don't have the backend functionality, this is the main, this is the index route where we are listing the dinosaurs, and when we will click in this link. So basically we are going to another page and that is listed here. So of course we will get the name with this root, and that name we can import here to find the object from this JSON file, and then we can list here the details. So how we can do that? So how we can do that? Yeah, using this we can do that. So use params now again, and then const params as use params. Okay, switching from the use params, and then we can now create this state called we will fetch on mount, and then we will set the data from the JSON. So that is good. I think we will implement the API, so we will not need it to do much at that point. Okay. Type is Deno. So yeah, Deno is already set up here. Okay, then on mount we have to find the data in that JSON file, right? So how we can do that? Just copy this one, params dot selected dinosaur, and then we have to find x dot name. We have to compare with the param, right? That's right. It is correct now. Okay, so Deno as Deno set dinosaur Deno, and we will also console that on mount we have to import from the SolidJS, so we can. Now it's good. It will take some time, might be. It's real quick, but just follow the thing. So our component is looking good, don't have any errors, and root is also defined, and that is wrapped here, and binding, we're binding in the root element or whole application. Okay, so now we can run the application and see. Okay, we are getting the error. We are getting the error as might be we are not, like, the JSON is not being handled by the RSBuild for now. That's why we are getting the error. But please specify the import attributes keyword generator option whose value can be one of import A from B. Okay, we have to resolve the module, I guess. So let's check the RSPack document here for JSON files. So you can import JSON files, actually in JavaScript files, it is saying, and you can import, there's no problem. Okay, but so according to the documents we can import directly, but still it's not working in our case. So what we are doing wrong, or might we are not doing nothing, anything wrong might be. So just use the way that RSBuild is telling you, and then we will see whether it is working or not. I know there are errors, but we will check that. That's working. So for this error, again we will have the API server. Just leave as it is and just open the application for now. Okay, so we have the title, name, and this thing for now. Just a bit, we need to update some of the CSS. So the color remove, background image remove. Okay, and this will look like a list. Okay, so we can do that. So if we can bind it in a component way, this for each, and then this will be a li. Inside li we will have our link. Will that work? Oh, it's working perfectly. Okay, can we do some center line here? Content, we can add this content class. This CSS was from the previous sample app. That's fine, it's totally fine. We can also add this CSS here. Okay, now we have link, and need to increase the font size. So one more thing, content and anywhere UL is there, just make it as yeah, 1.2 RM will be fine. Yes, that's fine. Okay, so now we have this index component in our index root, and we have different links now that we have listed here. Like when we have mapped the JSON data, and when we click on this link, so it will open this root and supply the dinosaur name here. And when we will open, and that will use dinosaur component to render that path. And when we'll open this, so we will have the param that we supplied as the name, and then we on mount we will try to find the dinosaur in the JSON file, and then we will render it here. Okay, so clicking on this one, yeah, directed here, but we cannot see any data. So what went wrong? Cannot read properties of undefined reading name, it is saying. So okay, might be we can use something else. Just try like how the filter thing work in JavaScript. Wow, interesting. I forgot actually most of the syntax. Mostly I work with the Rust and Ruby on Rails, so that's why. But just check, no issue. It's giving us undefined, because yeah, now it is working. So what we have done wrong? We have done wrong. What we have to do? We have to just convert this thing to lowercase to match with this. Okay. So to lowercase, then it will work. See. Okay. So now back to the all dinosaurs, we can click on each root, and it is redirecting us to dinosaur component where we are finding the dinosaur in the JSON file and retrieving the data and listing here. Okay, so I guess we are pretty done with the solid app, and with the sample application we are just listing all the dinosaur here, and then when we are clicking on each one, so it is redirecting us to another path that is rendering the dinosaur component, where we are fetching the data and retrieving the data and rendering here. So this is all, I guess. Next, I guess we will add some CSS using the tailwind. Okay, so that will be for the next video. So yeah, that we will do next. So stay tuned with me till that part. Thank you.